A Higher Consciousness Psychedelic Website Guide. Chapter 1. Higher Consciousness/Psychedelic Websites. Higher Consciousness Websites. ahigherconsciousness.com. askrealjesus.com/f_least no/worldview/higher consciousness.html. btes.com, Being Their Enlightenment Systems. chakra-balance.com. consciousgrowth.com. dreamchange.org. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/higher_consciousness. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/higher_consciousness. eomega.org. hermes-press.com/higher_consciousness.htm. higher-consciousness.com. higherconsciousness.net. higherconsciousness.org. higherconsciousnesssociety.org. higherpath.org. huna.com, The Ancient Teachings of Hawaiian Huna. hypnoticworld.com. immrama.org. instituteofhigherconsciousness.com. journeyingintohigherconsciousness.com. luminariapress.com. masteringalchemy.com. mysteries.net. namastainternational.com. ourworld.cs.com/Raina Aldrete, Transcendental Art. philoonline.org. plato.stanford.edu/entries/consciousness-higher. richardforberg.com. roddype.com. soundcurrent.homestead.com, Voyage of Transformation in Higher Consciousness. spiritual-paths.com. themystic.org. transcendnow.com, Awakening Spirituality. ulm.edu/tilde-palmer/consciousness and the symbolic universe.htm. umsonline.org, Metaphysics Colleges. States of Consciousness websites. paradigmseast.com/ct-tart, Dr. Charles T. Tart's Virtual Library. alteredstate.com, campus.com, Music and Altered States by David Aldridge. alteredstates.co.nz. alteredstates.org. ascertained.net, soundhealingcenter.com. askrealjesus.com/f_least no/worldview/higher consciousness.html. athleticinsight.com/vol1iss3/empirical_zone.htm, the heightened states of consciousness during participation. adpweb.org, Association for Transpersonal Psychology. barusess.ca/projects.htm. bizspirit.com/altered states. brain.webus.com, binaural beat brainwave synchronization tapes. occultadvances.org. brainmeta.com. brainwaveentrainment.com, psychology.wiki.com/wiki/altered_states_of_consciousness, soundmindbodyhealing.com, coloradohypnotherapy.com. consciousmedianetwork.com, free video interviews with leading thinkers in science and consciousness. consciousness.arizona.edu, bonnieinstitute.org, laurelonsberry.com/doc/alteredstat consciousness.html. consciousness.com. csp.org. csp.org/crestomathy/altered_status start1.html, Altered States of Consciousness by Charles T. Tart. csp.org/experience/docs/unitive_consciousness.html. drugtext.org/library/reports/dwda/staff6.htm, Altered States of Consciousness, Drugs, and Society. elkali.com, Kundalini Awakening. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/altered_state_of_consciousness. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/higher_consciousness. arrowwood.org/spirit. experiencefestival.com/altered_states_of_consciousness. gardenersworld.com. hemisyNC4eu.com, meditation tapes. hermespress.com/perennial_tradition/altstates.htm, brain, mind, and altered states of consciousness by Norman D. Livergood. Hinduism.co.za/consciousness_the_3_states.htm. hypnosisforyou.com/mind2.html, altered states of human consciousness, by Therial L. Bynum. iep.utm.edu/c/con-c-hi.htm, higher states of consciousness. immrama.org. inmet.com/dlb/hypnosis/hypnosis.html. innerworkingsresources.com. innerworkingsresources.com/articles/altered states.html. integralscience.org/sacred science/ss_spiritual.html. issc-taste.org, The Archives of Scientists' Transcendent Experiences. jkp.com. journeyintolight.com. khaldia.com/ruddyar/2human.shtml. kheper.net/topics/upanishads/mandukia.htm, 4 states of consciousness. lighthearts.com, postpartum altered states of consciousness. lighthousetrailsresearch.com/alpha.htm, the alpha state. luciddreaming.blip.tv. luminariapress.com. maps.org, psychedelic studies. masteringalchemy.com. mabellogic.org/courses.htm. medscape.com/medline/abstract/156315555, psychobiology of altered states of consciousness. meta-religion.com. mindreality.com, alteredstates.net. monroeinstitute.com, growth of human consciousness through personal exploration of profound states of expanded awareness. mum.edu/irhsc, Institute for Research on Higher States of Consciousness at Maharishi University of Management. mum.edu/msvs/trahernpart1.html, parallels with the higher states of consciousness identified and explained by Maharishi's Vedic science and technology. musictherapyworld.net. myspace.com/tranquility-training. nightingale.com/David Hawkins, reach enlightened states. occultadvances.org. occultadvances.org/ncs, by altered stat esconsciousness.shtml. orindaben.com. paradigm-sys.com/ct tart, Charles T. Tart Consciousness Library. plato.stanford.edu/entries/consciousness-higher. plim.org/alteredstate97.html. powerstates.com, ebooks, tapes and CDs, training courses, and mind machines. psyche.com. psychedeliclibrary.org. quantumbraingym.com. religiouscounterfeits.org/alt_state.htm. saka.com/spiritwatch/higher.htm. scientificexploration.org. serendip.brynmawr.edu/mind/james.html, biological consciousness and the experience of the transcendent. shaktitechnology.com. shambhala.com. skeptic.com/altstates.html. smarthigh.com, human mind enhancement. soul-fulleating.com. sparnots.com/psychology/psych101/consciousness/section4.rhtml. spiritwatch.ca. tachyon-energy-products.com/main/states_of_consciousness.htmsk.com/altered_consciousness.htmalteredstates.net. thefreelibrary.com/alteredstatusofconsciousness. themystic.org/higher. themystica.com. themystica.com/mystica/articles/altered_states_of_consciousness.html. thesoulcenteryoga.com. tm.org/ezine-meditation. totalbrain.ch. transcendence.me.uk/states_of_consciousness.html. transcendencex.org. truthabouttm.org. twm.co.nz/alt_cosmol.html. newbrainnewworld.com. vantagequest.org, harmonic tones to achieve deep altered states of consciousness. wellnesstools.com.wie.org, articles and audios on the evolution of consciousness. wie.org/j25/gurupandit.asp, the grain of the cosmos. youtube.com, watch Josh Wink higher state of consciousness. Psychedelic education. arrowwood.org. textfiles.com, extensive drug section. aclu.org, American Civil Liberties Union. adopedealer.com. akpress.org, good drug section. amazonforays.com, take a trip to the Amazon, use YAG. ASSC.caltech.edu, Association for the Scientific Study of Consciousness. atomicbooks.com. adpweb.org, Association for Transpersonal Psychology. ayahusca-healing.net, seminar in Brazil. bapd.org/gcrbng-1, barricadebooks.com. bbc.co.uk/world-service/sci_tech/features/health/medicine drugs/plants. beatbooks.com, Britain. biopark.org/Peru, ayahuasca tours. bizarremag.com/ask/drugs. bltc.com, better living through chemistry. bombp.com/bombpbooks drugs. bong.com/drugs/phkal. botanicaldimensions.org. chetishop.com, info about druggy events, etc. changes.org, radio show. charnel.com/automatism, good stories. chinchilijo.com, ayahuasca tours, Brazil. criscoenrad.com, books. cronbooks.com, 800-722-6657. Good Book White Rabbit, a psychedelic reader. citylights.com, a few books. diame.net, ayahuasca tour, Brazil. dct.ac.uk/www/books/problem-child.html. dmoon.com, 800-547-0182. doitnow.org, 877-515-9411, group that provides straight info to teens about sex and drugs. dopecast.libzn.com/rss, podcasts. dopefiend.com. drugidbible.com, 800-772-2539, book. druginfo.org. druglibrary.org. druglibrary.org/Schaefer. edenpress.com. Eleusis.ws, Cool Mag, Italian and English. entheobotanica.com, books by Jonathan Odt. entheogen.com. entheogene.de. entheogenesis.ca. entheogenreview.com. entheomedia.org, books. entheovision.de. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/better_living_through_chemistry. arrowwood.org/library/books_on-line/essential_psychedelic_guide. etnopsico.org, Spain. experientials.org, plant workshops. flashbackbooks.com. forbiddenfruitpublishing.com. freedombooks.co.uk. frwuva.nl/acd/isg/drugs, drug research. fsbookco.com, 800-635-8883. gotoit.com, 800-246-8648. guaria.com, plant workshops. hafci.org/journal, Journal of Psychoactive Drugs. hanfblatt.de. happycapitalist.com, 800-642-7796, some books. hegefter.org, group who does psychedelic research. herbalgram.org. highlife.nl, Netherlands. hightimes.com, 800-827-0228, American Drug Mag. hmc.edu/pub/drugs/mdma. hmc.edu/pub/drugs/mdma/mdma.mda. hmc.edu/pub/drugs. hoffman.org, LSD founder. homesteadbook.com, 800-426-6777. island.org. jlfcatalog.com. innertraditions.com, 800-246-8648, some good psychedelic books. issc-taste.org/index, the archives of scientists' transcendental experiences. johnclilly.com, the ketamine water tank guy. key-z.com. kifaru.com. lastgasp.com. lightworksav.com, psychedelic tapes. liquidcrystalvision.com, psychedelic tapes. loompanics.com, good drug section. magisbooks.com, 800-99-MAGUS. maps.org, psychedelic studies. marlowpub.com, some books. mckenna.drugtext.org, drugtext.org. mdesign.ru/projects/botanies/pb/eng/bin, Russian research. mercuryhouse.org, some books. mind.net/cns/jpd.hdm, Journal of Psychoactive Drugs. mindstates.org, altered states seminars. mascaria.com, Spanish books. mysticfire.com, 800-292-9001, DVDs. naxchatin.ch. newfalcon.com. okneoac.com, Neo-American Church, uses psychedelic substances. osaretreat.org, plant workshops. pauldevereux.co.uk. peyoteway.org, Peyote Way Church, Klondike, Arizona. psychcatalog.com. psychedelicadventures.com. psychoactivity.org, seminars, Amsterdam. quicktrading.com, 888-354-0321, 800-428-7825, some books. redipress.com, marijuana growing. redhousebooks.com. resproject.com, newsletter. rexresearch.com. 7rays.com/books/psychedelic_shamanism, 888 777 rays. sexystoner.com. shamansoftheamazon.com, Australia. slimmyworld.org/gateways, 800-869-0658, book Tanks for the Memories, Flotation Tank Talks by John C. Lilly and E. J. Gould about sensory deprivation chambers. smart-publications.com, Smart Drugs, 800-980-8780. specmind.com, some books. streetdrugs.org. swcp.com/rtoads, magazine. tachywaci.com, drug rehab places, uses ayahuasca, Peru. timberpress.com, 800-327-5680, gardening books like How to Grow Cactus. tripzine.com. troutsnotes.com, technical books. truehallucinations.com. washington.edu/farm/plht/peel.index.html, text of pickle. vwb-verlag.com, books mostly in German, some in English. wandjina.net.au, seminars, Australia. was ayahuasca.org, Ayahuasca Seminar, Helsinki, Finland. xs4al.nl/mlap/ijdp.html, Journal of Drug Policy. Yagi.net. yatra.yagi.net, Workshop, Brazil. Psychedelic websites. abc.net.au/quantum/poison. abc.net.au/quantum/poison/ecstasy. acde.org, American Council for Drug Education. acidlogic.com. acidplanet.com. acidtrip.com. addictions.com. adlist.com/psychiatry/prozac.html. adopedealer.com. africansads.com. alchemy-works.com. alexgray.com. altered-states.net. arf.org/isd/pim/cocaine. arf.org/isd/pim/pcp. ars-grin.gov/duke. biopark.org/plants-amazom. bizarremag.com/ask/drugs.php. bltc.com, Better Living Through Chemistry. bongobong.de. botanicaldimensions.org, well.com/user-dpd/botdom, group interested in cool plants. cactus-mall.com/mss. canadianharmreduction.com. cannabisculture.com. cap-m-quik.com, Capsule Supply. cfdp.ca, Pro-Drug Group Canada. chem.ox.ac.uk/mom/absinthe/absinthe, Christiania.org, Alternative Community in Copenhagen, lots of drugs for sale on Pusher St. Cocaine.org. Cocamama.com. Cognitiveliberty.org. Cognitiveliberty.org, Pro-Freedom, Pro-Drug Use Group. controlled-substances-act.iqnaut.net. cs.cmu.edu/mleon/dead, toad licking. cs.pds.edu/pub/politics/drugs. cs.umd.edu/other/tms/drug. csumd.edu/users/dabes/cds/songs/ersatz.brotherscoffee.html. csdp.org/edcs, drug control. cssainc.org, Cactus and Succulent Society. cures-not-wars.org, drug activists. cyborganic.com/drugz. daoxy.org. diazepam-injector.com/price-diazepam-10mg.html. disinfo.org. dopefiend.co.uk. dopefiends.com. drcnet.org, Drug Reform Group. dreamfarm.com. dreamstime.com. drugpolicy.org, dpf.org, Group for Legalization of Recreational Substances. drugquest.com, 800-324-9599. drugs.com. drugs.indiana.edu/prevention/DEAPICS. drug-testing-ei.com/drug-testing-vicodin. drug-testing.com/drug-employer-testing. drugtext.org. drvay.com, was once psychedelic guy, is now more a holistic clone. ecstasy.org. ecstasydata.org. mpathogens.com. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/smart_shop. energycontrol.com, ecstasy purity. entacyteogens.com. entheogen.com. entheogenesis.ca. endhyogenreview.com, endhyogenreview.com, endhyognuk.yagi.net, entheology.com, entheosound.com, Peruvian whistling vessels to help with altered states, entheovision.de, arrowwood.org, arrowwood.org, biggest pro-drug website on the internet, arrowwood.org/chemicals, arrowwood.org/culture/art, ethnic-designs.co.uk, ethnobotany.yagi.net, ethnobotany-australia.net, fda.gov/fdac/features/795 use of psychedelic drugs in medical field, fiberethics.com, flashback.se/archive/my_problem_child, fortunecity.com/victorian/delacroix/394, cool images, freespeech.org/drugs, fungi.com, furiluogo.it/eodp/legalize, Italian cannabis review, getquick.info/schedule_4.html, global-rx.com, grayarea.com, gray areas of the law, grc.com/chroma, cool screensaver, gwu.edu/furs/mafs/druglink.htm, hallucinogens.com, heads.com, headweb.com, hegefter.org, hegefter.org, psychedelic research, hoffman.org, group that is identical to my philosophy of drug use, home1.gte.net/muse shaman, Timothy Leary, hyperreal.com, hyperreal.org, hyperreal.com/drugs, ebogain.org, illicit-drugs.org, illusions.com, inkb.org, International Narcotics Control Board, intc.com/Dimitri, island.org, Aldous Huxley's Utopia, island.org, group of psychedelic explorers, island.org/docs, itoke.co.uk, itsa.ucsf.edu/ddrc, kiwi.uwaterloo.ca/drug_info, kunstler.org, fight drug laws, laughtherpromotings-forum.com, laughing gas, leap.cc, cops against prohibition of drugs, leary.com, lec.org/drug search/index.html, lec.org/wodi, world of drugs, lurie.org, levity.com, levity.com/Eschaton/Hyperborea, Terence McKenna, levity.com/Orfeo, philosophy, lila.info, lophophora.net, Lophophora williamsii, lsdblotterart.com, lycaeum.org, lycaeum.org/tilde some books, magnet.ch/ecbs, magnet.ch/serendipity, sections on human rights, Maria Callas, psychedelics, liberty and democracy, censorship, the drug war, mapnc.org, media awareness project, activist/political pro-drug group, maps.org, maps.org, association for psychedelic studies, mdma.net, med-amsa.bu.edu/pharmacology, melongirl.com, Canadian chick, was arrested for selling resin, was High Times cover girl, melt2000.com/loudtruth/loudtruth, mentalfx.com, mentalhealth.com/drug, mentalhealth.org/drug, mercurializ.com, Spanish language info, mescaline.com, mindhacks.com, mindmodulations.com, mind effects stuff, Mindspace.org, Mindstates.org, Mindstates.org, mkzdk.org, Montana.com/Manu, Peruvian plant Macagenga, mpp.org, Marijuana Policy Project, group like Normel, Nascent.org, Needle Exchange Program, nepenthes.lycaeum.org/drugs/cocaine, Neuropharmacology.com, nic.fu.net/pub/sci/neural/, noaa.org/acid warp, cool screensaver, normel.org, legalize grass, normel.org, legalize marijuana, normstamper.com, normenstamper.com, ex-police chief, pro-legalization, november.org, activist pro-drug group, okneoac.com, Neo-American Church, onlinepsych.com/treat/drugs.htm, opioids.com, organic.com/music/cityo-tribes/alien dreamtime, paranoia.com/drugs, paranoia.com/drugs/links/links1.html, parl.gc.ca/illegal-drugs.asp, Canada, pauldevereux.co.uk, pbs.org/wgbh/pages/frontline/shows/drugs, farminfo.com/pub/msb/msbmnew.html, photoshop-weblog.de, privacyalert.us, psych.med.umich.edu/web/intpsych, psych.org, psychedelicadventures.com, psychedelicsolutIon.com, psychoactivity.org, psychonaut.com, psychopharmacology.co.uk, psimon.com, psimon.com/psychedelia, qhi.co.uk, mail order stuff Britain, rain-tree.com, releasethereality.com, rickstrassman.com, DMT, samorini.net, samorini.net, santodiame.org, sayano.com/opiates, scarletjewels.com, scotto.org, sensualism.com, serendipity.magnet.ch/tri-pt, DMT, sexystoner.com, shamansdrum.org, sky.org/julkai-sut/hemp-pu, cannabis, snopes.com/horrors/drugs/lsd sun.htm, college students tripping on LSD stared at the sun until they went blind, somazeds.nl, saurus.org, sound.photosynthesis.com/shamanism, specmind.com/tellarinfo loopback, drug laws, state.gov/www/global/narcotics_law/1998 narc report/major countries, sublimatrix.com, psychedelic art, tesutachno.com, Swiss botanist, theage.com.au, thebar.org, underground chemist, thejunkie.com, theirdieexpress.co.uk, tomleyttle.com, blotter art, tripzine.com, truehallucinations.com, undcp.or.at, undcp.org, United Nations Drug Control Program, urban75.com, ursa-major.sbdcc.com/pub/pihkal, text of Peel, usdoj.gov/dea/pub/lsd, wellesley.edu/personnel/admin handbook/drug chart, wf.net/aardvark/ee/ee_title_page, wiretap, spies, com/library/fringe/farm, xenopharmacophilia.com, yagi.net, yahooca.com. zeobearpills.com, zeobearpillsee.de, zeta.org.au/tilde-aldis/liberty, Psychedelic Science websites, maps.org/conference, maps.org/media/videos, Psychedelic Science Conference videos, seethrough.co.uk/games/pst, Psychedelic Science Theatre, wired.com/wired science/2010/04/the-new-psychedelic-science, researchgate.net/group/psychedelic_science, youtube.com, BBC's Psychedelic Science Show, stoppedhedrugwar.org/events/psychedelic_science_in_the_21st_century, cognitiveliberty.org/shulgin/BLG/2005/06/PSY, Chedelic Science How to Prepare.html, suncellipsy.org/?p=222, bibliographies of psychedelic research, NewYorkTimes.com, Psychedelic Science, en.wordpress.com/tag/psychedelic-science/sciencenews.org, Psychedelic Science, maps.org, Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, 6mio.com/1205747, The Future of Psychedelic and Medical Marijuana Research, vimeo.com, Psychedelic Science in the 21st Century, British psychedelic websites, rsadrugscommission.org.uk, trashed.co.uk, weedworld.co.uk, Canadian psychedelic websites, Bubblebag.com, 866-635-8464, Vancouver, machine to make hash from grass, cfdp.ca, Foundation for Drug Policy, cheapvaporizer.com, Pipe, Halifax, mrezeds.com, ethnogarden.com, Barrie, on, funkyleaf.com, 800-330-4367, Montreal, Head Shop, Vaporizer, gramprecision.com, Ottawa, Digital Scales, gyrohost.com/profiles/iboga, Canada, hiddenjungle.ca, ibogatherapyhouse.org, non-profit clinic in Vancouver, BC that treats drug addicts with izmirpoppy.com, opium poppy seeds, Canal, BC, log.on.ca/salvia-north, Owen Sound, on, psychonaut.ca/ethnobotanicals.htm, richters.com, Goodwood, on, scottiesspot.ca, Head Shop, Maritimes, sweetleafgrinder.com, small grinder to grind up bud, iboga, morning glory seeds, etc. Abbenshayman.ca, Vancouver, Entheology websites/entheogens websites, entheology.org, entheogenreview.com, entheogenreview.com/linksa.html, clearwhitelight.org/hatter/entheogens.htm, coffeesh0p.com, coffeesh0p.com/entheogens, crossdns.com/legal-entheogens.html, csp.org/society/docs/telar-free_exercise.html, entheogens and the free exercise clause, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/legal_intoxicants, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/legal_status_of_salvia_diviner. iamshaman.com, neurozoup.com, neurozoup.net/videos, neurozoup.org, entheogens, poteseeds.co.uk, poteseeds.co.uk/entheogens/nth_ps.html, rc-onlinesales.com, rc-onlinesales.com, realitysandwich.com/what_can_entheogens_teach_us_0, what can entheogens teach us? rjrlegal.com, thebotanicalsource.com, theordinarymystic.com/blog/best-entheogenic-sources, thspiritwiki.com/index.php/entheogensentheogens.